Steal the show, huh?
This has all the makings of a classic, and it's coming right up.
We have a real fan favorite versus Sheamus.
Oh, we aren't going anywhere.
Get ready, WWE Universe, it's Buzz!
Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 320 pounds, the United States Champion, Wonder Boy.
Buzz was a...
Destroyed. Sheamus is always looking for a fight when he's on the warpath. You better clear the way, fella. Hooked up. That can dislocate your shoulder. Oof.
Here it comes. Looking for a choke slam.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Daddy, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on a figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it?
Irish whip. Nailed it.
Here it comes. Looking for...
Oh, what impact.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Not again. Wow.
One of these... Ooh, earth-shattering spine buster. That'll put Sheamus in a bad mood. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. This might be it. Oh, my. That'll put Sheamus in a bad mood. Did you see the impact upon landing? Choke slam!
Impactful slam.
Scoop slam! Uh-oh. Going for the rub.
Oh, nasty impact.
Harsh impact. Slam with authority.
Sheamus is one of the most dominant forces in WWE. The man actually enjoys proving he is as vicious as they come and will attack anyone who steps in his way. What a stomp!
Good grief. And Sheamus slips out of harm's way.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
What does Buzz have in store? Buster!
That should do it.
Impressive, but you got to be careful if you go to the well too often.
Going back to Sheamus' dominance, he's won numerous championships. Is a Royal Rumble match winner and a Mr. Money in the Bank. Then when he joined Cesaro, it caused a seismic shift in the tag team division.
Well, besides the fact that Sheamus and Cesaro were rivals, Sheamus is famous for not playing well with others. But what began as an unlikely duo evolved into a dominant force that is...
Wow, I thought he was a goner. Oh, Buzz just barely got out of the way.
Big slam. Side Russian leg sweep.
Oh, perfect form. Uh-oh. Going for the run.
Choke slam.
Here it comes. Looking for...
Incredible impact. Thunderous slam. When this guy's on, look out.
The Celtic Warrior has dominated the WWE his entire career and is quite the decorated superstar. The way that Sheamus cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at Survivor Series 2015 and drilled Roman Reigns with 2 road kicks was like watching the end of a wonderful movie. And just like that, we had a new WWE champion.
We know what this means.
But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize? What a slam, Michael.
It was an incredible turn of events when Sheamus cashed in his Money in the Bank contract at the 2015 Survivor Series. Celtic Warrior delivered 2 brogue kicks, took down the newly crowned WWE Champion, Roman Reigns.
What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
He's going to do it. You got to believe this one's over. This one is over. Man, it's almost impossible to get out of that.
It's locked in. They tapped. They tapped.
And here's another peek at some of the more memorable parts of the match.
These guys showed flashes in this match, but flashes don't exactly set the world on fire, as these highlights showed very well.
Look at him go.
This was one of those matches that had flashes of brilliance, but never quite lived up to all the hype. Good match overall.
Here is your winner, Wonder Boy.
Big victory for him here in this one.
Michael, your pride definitely takes a hit when you're forced to tap out.
As we close the book on this match, I need to remind everybody just how big of a win this was. Simply amazing.
Coming up shortly is what should be an incredible encounter.
We have one of the best talents on the roster to date versus a formidable opponent.
Who will reign supreme?
It's one of the hottest superstars in WWE, Buzz.
Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at
Saxton, what do you know about being tranquilo? Jumping, leaping attack. And remember, submissions only as we get underway here.
These guys are undoubtedly going to give us a show here tonight.
And he's a proud guy. That title may not be on the line here, but that doesn't mean he doesn't want to win this match.
Uh-oh. Going for the run.
Beautiful technique.
Here we go. You ready for it? Choke slam! Here it comes. Looking for choke slam.
Did you see the height on that one?
Uh-oh. Going for the run.
Oh, what a slam.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who are proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying a submission.
What does Buzz have in store? Spine Buster!
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
Oh, he's gonna do it!
Oh, continuing to punish them.
That should do it. Those eyes are telling a painful story right now.
Whoa, he works his way out.
A bit of a Houdini job right there.
Ooh, what impact. What's he got in mind?
When we talk about...
Wow, he got out of it.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in.
Takes him down hard.
You gotta love that kind of aggression.
Big time slam. Vicious.
Here it comes. Looking for...
Man, what a slam. Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as a special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to the excruciating pain, which was considered a submission, giving the Hitman the victory. If it's not the greatest match of all time, it's certainly in the discussion.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately.
We know what's coming here. Oh, what a slam! That hurt!
This one is over. Yeah, there's no way this match isn't over after that one.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. And now one more time.
Sharpshooter! The sharpshooter's locked in! Wow, I'm just as surprised as you guys are. Yes! Unreal performance.
That was one of the most entertaining submission matches we've seen in a while. Take a look.
These superstars didn't exactly set the world on fire, but this match had its moments, as we see here. Well, that match wasn't much to look at, but at least they gave a little bit of effort. Kind of like some women I think.
Here is your winner, Wonder Boy.
Extremely impressive win, guys.
Now, this is the kind of loss I thought Andrade Cien almost put in his past.
And that'll do it here for this one-on-one match. I hope you enjoyed it as much as this live crowd appears to have enjoyed it. We've been waiting a long time for this one. The championship is up for grabs right here, next.
We have a real fan favorite versus a formidable opponent.
One looking to defend, the other looking to take away the crown. This is going to be great.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the United States Championship.
The crowd is buzzing with excitement. Buzz is here.
Introducing the challenger from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 182 pounds, Mustafa Ali. Introducing the champion from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 320 pounds, he is the United States Champion, Wonder Boy.
Don't change that dial. Boom! And we're underway. Looking at these two men, I don't think there's going to be anything traditional about this one-on-one matchup.
If you haven't hit record yet, now might be a good time to do that. These guys are going to have a match you'll want to watch over and over again.
What a slam!
Impactful. Will jar your spine.
You gotta believe this one's over. Side slam. The challenger's taking on some offense. Well, he knew the champion wasn't going to go down easy here tonight.
He just has to make sure this doesn't get too out of hand for him. Sometimes momentum has a way of permanently swinging one way. That's what he wants to avoid here.
I'm not going to go so far as to say he can't win this match, but things certainly aren't looking good for him right now.
Suplex!
Slam down hard.
Uh-oh. Going for the ride.
What a strike. Right on the mark.
Uh-oh. Going for the run. Choke slam. Slam. I know anything is possible, but I just can't envision a new champ being crowned here tonight. The champ just comes into tonight with too much momentum.
Scoop slam!
Here it comes. Looking for choke slam.
Byron, I agree that the champ comes into tonight with a great deal of momentum, but like you said, anything can happen. We've seen champs get upset in the past. Who's to say it can't happen again here tonight?
Agreed. I don't think anybody expected Eddie Guerrero to defeat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship back in 2004, but hey, it happened.
And it's further proof that any superstar can beat any other superstar on any given night.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Call me crazy, but this might be one of those rare instances where the champion actually enters the match as the underdog. I know it sounds odd, but it really seems like the champ is up against a headwind here. Here it comes. Looking for a slam.
You're not crazy, Byron. The champ certainly has an uphill battle here, and while it's rare, we have seen the challenger head into the match as the heavy favorite. Bruno Sammartino challenging Stan Stasiak in 1973 immediately comes to mind, as does Diesel squaring off against Bob Backlund in 1994.
Wait, did you really just say that Saxton is not crazy, Cole? Man, just when I started to think you might be all right, you go and say something ridiculous like that.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
We've seen champions head into matches maybe a little too comfortable.
He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Uh-oh. Going for the ride. Slam.
Speaking of champions heading into matches a bit overconfident, one of the most glaring examples of that would have to be the honky-tonk man's attitude heading into his Intercontinental Championship defense at SummerSlam 1988. And we all know what happened to him on that night.
You are so right, Michael. That was great. Of course, though, it wasn't so great for the honky-tonk man, who ended up losing his championship to the Ultimate Warrior in fewer than 30 seconds. As we say in the trade, guys, the monitor area in the locker room is likely sold out for this one, as there are plenty of superstars with a vested interest in the outcome of this match.
When this guy's on, look out. Buster!
Man, looked like the champ was down and out for a moment there, but not anymore.
Going for the big one. To Byron's point, there are several competitors on the roster who can make a case for being the next in line for a title. Oh, my goodness, this hurts. Oh!
Looks like another victory for the champ, Michael.
He had it locked up and made his opponent tap out. Some superstars doing what they do best. Here are the highlights.
These superstars didn't exactly set the world on fire, but this match had its moments, as we see here. One thing I can say about that match is that it had a few interesting moments. Very few.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, Wonder Boy.
And there's your winner via submission.
Hey, they both gave it their all, but in the end, we were left with the best man standing.
And it's matches like this one that make SmackDown such a success. Thank you so much for joining us.